Hello, this is the 13th lecture in the Semantic SEO course. In this lecture, we will focus on the information tree that we actually created in this area. So as I say, this was the first main attribute that we have focused on. And then we see that benefit directly comes after the voter. So I won't dive into the theories, but as I say, if you want to learn the logic here, you should actually read about the topic distillation and subsite retrieval. But basically, I use single words in my URLs, and there is always a contextual connection between them. Voter, benefit. There is no need to repeat the same word like this. And at the same time, I am giving the most important term inside my URL because URL is the first thing that the search engine crawlers will be seeing. As digestion starts in our mouth, and the same way, the relevance calculation starts with the URL. So from even the beginning, by optimizing the microseconds, I give the most important thing in the URLs. You can tell me why this is here. It's here because of the Shopify. Not a big fan, but it was an obligation. And if you look at here, first we go with the benefit of the voter, then we go with the certain types of conditions based on the voter, whether overhydration, retention, or percentage of water in the human body, or lemon water, which is again important for health, or the, let's say, a little bit burning fat, and it is important for actually water fasting context as well. Then we have the amount of water that we should be actually consuming a day, and consuming water during the morning, and living or not consuming water and living like that. Then water and the minerals in water and their benefits as well. Then here we have fasting, bottled, and the versus tab. This section is important too because here actually we compare two different types of water in the context of all these things, which means that actually two different types of these entities will be processed in the context of all these and all other sections too. Then we have microplastics in the water, hot water, cold water, which are antonyms to each other, and we definitely use internal links between these two. And the sparkling water, which also is a type. At the same time, you can tell me that why don't you have also bottled versus sparkling water? This section is about actually contextual domains and a little bit how the search engines create indexes or indices based on the documents. So the thing is that the bottled water, whenever we see this concept, it is coming together with the tap water. And since these two concepts, they are so close to each other, search engines usually associate them with each other, and they assume that this is actually a single contextual domain. And that's why the best thing or the best approach that I can use here in terms of macro context is just a comparison. But when it comes to the cold water or the hot water or sparkling water, these have good amount of search demand as alone. And usually in the semantic SEO projects or overall SEO projects, I suggest everyone to create less or fewer pages, especially at the beginning of your SEO project. It will be very much more helpful for you. Then we have drinking water with empty stomach, losing weight, which is connected to, again, to the burning fat or fasting. Distilled water, which is like sparkling or bottled and tap. Then scarcity of the water, which is a different but connecting thing to the living without water, and again, water fasting. Then we have overhydration symptoms at the same time. And as you see here, we process these two things in a different way, because when you look at the overhydration, this is a state, and symptoms is an attribute of this one. If it is really important, usually you process it like this. If this website wouldn't be a Shopify website, you will see that actually the URL structure would be a little bit more different in this case as well. Then we have contaminants in the water, which is also important for pollution, and the quality indicators for the water. And this is actually the most important section, or one of the most important sections for us, one more time, which is connected to the benefits of the water, types of water, brands for water, or recipes for water. So we start with the most important attribute, and from here we start to create a kind of bridge to the other sections as well. The next parts are not processed, but it will be really good if you will be able to process them too. Since I know the topic of water from the water filtration as well, it was easier for me. In semantics, if you stick with the topic, you will start to realize that all the entities and attributes on that specific topic are connected to each other, and queries are connected to them as well. then you will start to feel and sense how the search engine perceives all these things inside that specific topic. In the next lecture, we will actually look at the headings or the H1s that we are choosing, and from there we will go to the a little bit image URLs and image alt text. Then we will check these specific content briefs, then we will check the specific articles and their methodology behind it. See you soon.